This is the story of Bachelor franchise couples.
Presented by Mugsy jeans. If you don't wear Mugsy jeans, guys out there, it's the best jeans for men. They're so comfortable, you'll never wear another pair of jeans again.
And your ass will be poppin'.
So go to Mugsy.com and use code CHICKS for $10 off. Everyone always assumes the couples on The Bachelor don't make it, but we're gonna take a look at all the couples that met on the show that are still together and thriving. We know there's a lot of couples that have met after the show from different seasons, but we're talking solely The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, and even Bachelor Pad.
Let's start with the queen, Trista Sutter. Trista was the very first Bachelorette and has been with her husband, firefighter Ryan Sutter, since 2003.
Ryan proposed during the finale, and they even had the first televised wedding. It was the first ever televised wedding to come out of this franchise.
These two now live in Colorado with two kids, Max and Blakesley. They have appeared on more television since The Bachelorette. Trista was on the first season of Dancing with the Stars, and the couple also appeared on Marriage Boot Camp in 2014.
Despite having some bumps in the road, Trista has said that they make it work by making sure they stay focused on each other and dedicate time to each other. They are Bachelor goals.
Desiree Hartsock was the season 9 Bachelorette. Chris Siegfried proposed during the finale, and they were married in 2015.
They now have 2 kids. Their first child, Asher, was born in 2016, and their second, Xander, in January of 2019.
Pretty eclectic names from this group of Bachelor couples. We all remember Desiree's season from the crazy moment when Brooks Forrester left the show on the second to last week. Many people thought Brooks was the favorite to propose to Desiree, but after he left, she committed to Chris.
These two also appeared on Marriage Boot Camp in November of 2018 and were able to work through their issues and stay together.
How nice. Sean Lowe and Catherine Giudice are absolute Bachelor royalty. They're the only couple that has gotten engaged on the Bachelor finale to get married. We'll talk about Jason and Ari, who are still together with their partners from the show, but after initially proposing to someone else.
Sean proposed to Catherine on the season 17 finale of The Bachelor, sending Lindsay Enter home. Most viewers expected Lindsay to be the one, but it was actually Catherine, and the two are going so strong.
Sean and Catherine got married in a televised wedding in 2014 and have since built a beautiful life in Dallas. They had their first son, Samuel, in 2016 and their second son, Isaiah, in 2018. They rounded out their family in December of 2019 when their daughter, Mia, was born.
Sean and Catherine are both amazing Instagram follows. Their family is absolutely adorable.
Jojo Fletcher made headlines on The Bachelor after Ben Higgins told her he'd up getting sent home, but it all worked out in the end after her own season of The Bachelorette.
Jordan Rogers proposed to Jojo during the season finale in 2016, and they are still together and still engaged.
Jordan actually re-proposed in August of 2019 with a brand new insane ring, and they were planning on getting married in 2020. The two had to change the date due to the coronavirus pandemic.
Jordan and Jojo stay very busy. They have hosted different reality shows, created their own clothing lines, and they take care of their 2 extremely adorable puppies.
Rachel Lindsay threw Bachelor Nation for a loop when she picked Brian over Peter. It was definitely the best choice though, because these two got married in August of 2019.
Rachel made history as the first Black Bachelorette after competing for Nick Viall's heart on The Bachelor. Right now, Rachel and Brian are making their relationship work bi-coastally, going back and forth from LA to Miami.
Jason Mesnick proposed to Melissa Rycroft on the finale of The Bachelor. However, during the After the Final Rose special, he announced he was actually still in love with the runner-up, Molly Mullaney.
But you don't want to fight to see if that can work, because you're having doubts over someone else who you already said goodbye to.
This was crazy. Jason was the first guy to decide he proposed to the wrong girl and actually went through with the switch.
Melissa was out here earlier, and I ended things with her because I haven't been able to stop thinking about you.
Jason and Molly got engaged later that year in 2009 and were married in 2010. They are still together and have a daughter, Riley. And don't worry about Melissa, she ended up reuniting with her ex, Ty Strickland, and are married with 3 kids.
Thank God, that could have been a bad situation.
They got married in Hawaii in January of 2019. Their daughter, Alessi, was born in May of the same year.
Jade Roper and Tanner Tolbert are the king and queen of Bachelor in Paradise. They met on the reality show that gathered ex-Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants together to give them another chance at love.
Jade initially competed for Chris Soule's heart and Tanner for Kaitlyn Bristowe, but in 2015, Paradise brought them together in a whirlwind romance.
8 months after the two met, they were married. There were some ups and downs. They also appeared on Marriage Boot Camp in 2016.
A lot of Marriage Boot Camp appearances.
But they worked through it and have grown their family. They have 2 children, Emerson and Brooks, and are expecting their 3rd any day now.
Jade and Tanner were inseparable on Paradise, but it was a different story for Evan Bass and Carly Waddell.
Evan met Carly on Bachelor in Paradise in 2016, and Carly was very unsure about Evan to begin with. Evan did not give up, though, and eventually she came around. Evan proposed to Carly at the end of that season.
Carly and Evan's wedding was aired on the following season of Paradise. Since then, Carly has given birth to their daughter Isabella in 2018 and their second child in 2019. They have said they have completed their family and couldn't be happier.
Raven Gates and Adam Gottschalk are another Bachelor in Paradise success story. They met on season 4 of Paradise in 2017.
Even though these two did not get engaged on the finale of the season, Adam proposed in June of 2019 after almost 2 years of dating. They did long distance for a while, but Raven moved to Dallas to be closer to Adam.
Ashley first competed on Chris Soule's season and Jared on Kaitlyn Bristowe's season. They met during the 2nd season of Bachelor in Paradise in 2015.
And you can say Ashley had a love at first sight moment. However, it was not the same for Jared. Nope. They had an extremely will they, won't they relationship after both appearing on 2 seasons of Paradise.
It actually took Ashley dating someone else for Jared to realize she was the one. On Bachelor Winter Games, Ashley dated Canadian Kevin Wendt, and after that, Jared was finally able to confess his love to Ashley.
Jared proposed a few weeks after their relationship was made public in May of 2018, and the two had their fairy tale wedding in Rhode Island in August of 2019.
Dylan Barber and Hannah Godwin had a rocky start on Bachelor in Paradise in 2019, but in the end, they found each other.
Hannah had a choice between pursuing Blake Hortzman or Dylan, and she chose Dylan. Dylan ended up proposing in the finale, and they are still engaged and planning their wedding.
Kevin Wendt, yes, the same Kevin who dated Ashley I, ended up finding love on Bachelor in Paradise as well with Astrid Locke. They actually broke up during the season but got back together at the reunion.
The couple got engaged in August of 2019. They live together in Toronto now with their new puppy and are looking forward to planning their wedding after postponing the date due to the pandemic.
Kaylin Miller-Keys looked like she was going to have to find a new man after Dean Ungler left her on the beach during the 2019 season of Bachelor in Paradise.
However, Dean ended up returning for Kaylin, asking her to leave with him, and the two have been inseparable ever since.
No engagement from these two just yet. Dean has openly said he doesn't want to get married, but these two do wear rings on those fingers to show their commitment to each other.
Holly Durst and Blake Julian are the only successful couple from the short-lived spin-off Bachelor Pad. People forget about this show. They met in 2011 during the 2nd season of the show and were married in June of 2012.
There was some drama though after Holly and her partner Michael Stagliano took home the prize money in the finale. She revealed her engagement to Blake during the show, which Michael, her ex, was unaware of.
The two lived together in South Carolina, and after publicly discussing her battle with infertility, Blake and Holly revealed they adopted a baby in September of 2019.
Last but not least, we have our latest Bachelor, Peter Weber. Peter had a wild season, but has seemed to find love with contestant Kelly Flanagan, who he had sent home a few weeks before the finale.
Peter actually proposed during the finale to Hannah Ann Sluss, ended that engagement, tried to see if there was something possible with runner-up Madison Pruitt, but that didn't work either. So here we are.
He ended up with Kelly, who he actually met before the show started filming. They reconnected during quarantine and have been a couple ever since.
And that's the story of all the couples who met on a Bachelor franchise show.